Yo, what is up, guys? MattWic here. We are back in NHL 24 testing the draft, and as you can see on the screen, as you could probably guess by the title and the thumbnail, we have an interesting decision to make. However, that decision was pretty much already made. I did receive a text message from ownership that they would like to move on from me as GM, so even though they did offer me a contract, they would like me to take a job elsewhere and have a clean cut kind of from the organization. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing. We are going to be moving on from the Pittsburgh DraftKings while they start their rebuild. We have 25 years left in this simulation. We have already been 18 years with the Pittsburgh DraftKings. It was a miraculous 18 years, 5 Stanley Cups. It was a hell of a run that we had with them. Just absolute legends that we got to coach or manage, I guess I should say. But as I said, we're going to be moving on. So the teams that we have to pick from here, and I do not remember the success of a lot of these teams, so we're going to be kind of going into this blind. I'm going through these here. Buffalo, I know a lot of players that I've seen that I've snatched up from Buffalo, or a lot of young players that they have, and I think they did in the first couple of years. They won like 3 cups back-to-back, so they aren't cupless anymore. The drought has ended. The Calgary Flames would be an interesting one. Rest in peace, Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Gaudreau. Didn't really know if I wanted to say anything. We got the Columbus. Oh man, we got the Columbus Blue Jackets too. That would be a good one to jump over to. Didn't know if I really wanted to say anything regarding that, but man, guys, if one thing you can take from that, obviously it is a huge tragedy, but do not drink and drive. I mean, that should be your wake-up call, even if you ever consider it. I know people sometimes, have a couple drinks, you're like, I feel okay, just don't risk it, guys. Call an Uber, sleep over at a friend's place, something else. And I think that is what we are going to do. They are competitive in this GM mode. For Johnny Gaudreau, we're going to be taking over the Columbus Blue Jackets. My decision has been made. We're going to be hopping over to them. Jumping ship, you could say, from the Pittsburgh DraftKings, but like I said, management did not want us there. Let's take a quick look at our Columbus Blue Jackets team that we have here in 2039. Okay, so lacking a little bit in that top-end talent. They still have Juracek, still Fantilli, 34 years of age. They don't really have, they have one bad contract, this defenseman, but as I said before, defenseman contracts are kind of inflated right now, so this might not be a terrible deal, but we're going to be looking to move on from that one for sure in the draft here. And yeah, nothing else. They have a couple young guys there that could maybe grow, some 24-year-olds, 23-year-old, they're 79 overall. Let's see what the goaltending situation is looking like. Doesn't look like a terrible team here. We got some depth. We have we have probably the best goaltender in the league, and look at that contract that he's locked into as well. Wow, for a long time as well. So we are set at the goaltender position. That is a huge relief. All right, so all we have to kind of do is we have to move on from this defenseman here, maybe from Casper as well, if we can clear that out, and then just pretty much find out one guy, 2 guys. Actually, he has some pretty decent stats. So I'll probably keep a hold on him. He looks like a good second, third line center. 90 strength. Holy crap. This guy's a kind of a beast. 2022 draft too. Wow. So let's see. Luke Evangelista on there as well. He's 37 years of age. Still 83 overall, so that's not bad. So I mean, it looks like defense is going to be definitely where we need to ramp up this team a little bit. But like I said, it doesn't look terrible. So let me get up to the draft. I'll figure out what draft packs we have, go through the draft board, and we'll start the draft and see what picks we got. All right, guys, taking a pick here at our projected picks, and it looks like Columbus has held on to all of their draft picks, which is a good sign for us. Looks like we're going to be picking around that 11 spot, so let's take a quick peek at the top end of the draft. Let's see 11. Who would we get around that spot? Do they look like a stud? This guy looks like a stud, and maybe somebody that we want to jump up for. 3 years till he's ready, though, so maybe not. Is there a defenseman? There are a couple defensemen in the top 5 that look like they're NHL ready, so maybe what we do is we use some of our picks, maybe some of those players that we want to get rid of, and see if we can't move up to one of these 2 spots. Because, like I said, in this league right now, defensemen are at are a luxury to have, especially if they're half decent defensemen. And to kind of draw off of our Pittsburgh DraftKings success, our very first pick with them was our stud franchise defenseman, Brian Patrick. So this could be a good sign. I kind of like this one, Samuel Lavin, from the Victor Hedman comparison. Tony Emerton doesn't look bad either. And then we have this guy who knows. So we have 2 picks between Samuel Lavin and Tommy Emerton. So let's hop into the draft, see if we can't move up to that 5 spot and grab one of these sweet looking defensemen. All right, guys, figure I bring you back in for this one as well. Austin Matthews has retired after playing almost 1,800 games at the age of 41, absolutely shattering the goal record there with almost 1,200 goals. And I did look this up as well, second all-time in points for a career. And let me see, Elias Pettersson, let me take a quick peek. How close was he to, is he number 3 now on the list? No, okay, so he is going to be number 4 all time in terms of points. Still extremely impressive. Some huge names, as you can see, retiring there. Some absolute studs in terms of putting up points. Retiring, obviously, this season, Alexis Lafreniere is gone as well at age 37. That just shows how far into the simulation we are. Let's take a quick peek as well, because why not? At goaltender, see who retired. Stuart Skinner hangs on till the ripe old age of 40. Akira Schmid is 39. Wow. And, oh, wow, one of our draft picks that we took in the first year, Pittsburgh DraftKings, Noah Valley, has retired as well. Got 216 games played in there. Not too shabby. But let's go, boys. Let's get into the draft. I don't think we actually have a like top 18 pick. I think we made the playoffs, which is a little confusing why it showed us in the 11 range for that first pick. But regardless, let's get in there, see if we can get up for that number 5 spot. All right, guys, we started up the draft and we made the trade for the 5th overall pick. We also acquired 83 overall defenseman Gregory Madden, who was getting paid, I believe, $5 million as compared to the guy we traded away, Pavel Mytnikov, who was making $13 million. So we have Madden locked up for another 3 years. Did have to give up our first pick this year, which ended up being the 18th, and a 2nd and 3rd from next year. But I think in terms of what it's going to add to our defense is going to be huge, and also opening up that cap space is going to be massive for what we're going to be able to do. So we do have the 5th overall pick. Thank you, Pittsburgh Penguins, for wanting to even get rid of that. Let's take a look. Where are our Pittsburgh DraftKings? Did we have the pick? Yes, we had the 19th, so we'll see what they're able to pull off there with that pick. Going to be interesting to follow along with that franchise now that we are no longer part of it. And the 1st overall pick for the Dallas Stars is Braden Hextall. 78 assists in the minor league that he was playing in. 17 years old, 5'9", little guy out there, going to be making plays. We'll see what he's able to do. Couple of superstar abilities there. Take a look at Montreal. Ooh, 81 overall. This is one of the few times I've seen the 2nd overall pick being better than the 1st overall pick, which is kind of interesting. This guy does look like a stud as well. He is 18 years of age, so Hextall does have a year to grow on him, but still a little bit interesting to see there that we get a better player come out. Serge Zadorov, 6'5". I was going to say power forward, but two-way forward, I guess that makes sense as well. Nice pick there by Carolina. Unfortunate that they couldn't make this bust pick that... Oh, okay. I was going to say they're going to make the bad pick here, but Nashville decides to go with one of the defensemen, Samuel Lavin, so I guess that makes our decision for us. He looks like a hell of a player, definitely going to be playing year 1. I was hoping those guys would fall to us so we could make our pick between the two of them, but I guess they decided to pass up on Ronald Drieger here, who is going to be the bust of the draft. Not really bust, but high top 6 as compared to these medium elites. Definitely something interesting there. We do have another medium elite here, Mikhail Mednov, but he's not ready. That was the guy 3 years away. So we're going to go ahead and take Tommy Emerton, 17 years of age, right D, 6'3", good size, 79 overall. So we'll see. We'll see how he turns out. I'm pretty happy with that pick, to be honest with you. Two-way defender. He's got some really good stats. He's going to be playing year 1 for us for sure, looking at how our D core was. But it would have been nice to have this Samuel Lavin guy. But I guess right D, you know, it's a little bit more of a premium there, so we are going to be happy with that. Let's see the rest of the top 10, and then we'll scoot back to the, what's it called, the second round, see who the Pittsburgh DraftKings picked up there. But let's get these top 10 picks in, then we'll get some reaction to them. I saw the guy that I didn't, that everybody wanted to pass on. Like I said, it was surprising that Nashville actually did pass on him. Ronald Drieger here, 66 overall, high top 6. I mean, the potential isn't bad, but you really want a guy that can play year 1, especially when you had a couple defensemen there. So like I said, Nashville taking that guy was a little interesting. Medvanov, 64 overall. Definitely not what we wanted. Glad we didn't get entranced by that. And then a bunch of just meh players there for the rest of the picks. So let's go ahead and sim to the next round. Let's take a look back and see who did the Pittsburgh DraftKings pick up. We'll go to the very end here. Ooh, let's see. Westgrad, nothing. Oh, okay. So they keep up the drafting success there. Low elite at the end of the first round, 66 overall, Gene Franson. So I guess my assistant GM who took over, I must have rubbed off on him, because that is a pretty solid pick there for the back end of the draft there. And 78 overall, Zane Perron. This probably would have been the guy that I took if I was there, because that skill assessment probably would have, excuse me, that skill assessment probably would have shown that this guy was going to be a stud. But a very nice pick there by our old squad, the Pittsburgh DraftKings. Nothing else really looks like going through the rest of these picks. The Pittsburgh Penguins at our pick, a bum. We love to see that. That's why we got out of that spot. Gave up a little bit of capital, and it was all worth it. 74 overall, Elliot Keatley here to Vancouver. Very good pick there. Ooh, 74 overall. Ooh, wait, 79 overall, Jose Gertson. At the, what pick was this? The 11th pick. Wow, so a couple bust picks there. And then Boston comes off the top rope with a hell of a pick. Wow, he's got a lot of abilities as well. Did this guy have any? No. What about Keatley? No, he did not. So wow, Boston with a monster pick there. I wouldn't have taken him just because I need the defenseman. And we're going to pick up a big forward in free agency regardless. So let's go ahead, second round. See what pick we got. Vegas with a couple back-to-back picks there. We should have 18th. Yes, we do. Okay. Ooh, and the Pittsburgh DraftKings pick right after us. So let's go ahead. Sim to pick number 51 there. Let's take a, we'll take our pick there. I saw Philly got a medium elite. We'll see. I think that was a goaltender. But let's see. Do I have anybody scouted here that looks pretty good? We have another goaltender, Austin Teal. We don't really need to worry about goaltending much with this franchise, because we're already pretty well set. There's another goaltender. Seems like everything here is just, yeah, it's just all goalies pretty much. So maybe we will, just because he's picked slotted pretty far away. And then the skill assessment doesn't blow me away. I was going to say, oh, maybe this guy, but it's not very confirmed. So that's a little disappointing there. Let's go back to more around our picks, see what we've got. Another defenseman. Let me see if any of these skill assessments kind of pop off the board at me. Ooh, Philip Elias, another defenseman there. 1 year, but it's not very confirmed. But I'm going to say we take the risk, because we know the Pittsburgh DraftKings are probably looking at him. So Philip Elias, get on my team. Is it a good pick? Oh, bust. Oh, man. So that's why you don't trust the scouting when it's only one bar, even though it might look really, really good. Ugh. Not the best pick that we could have had there. I swear to God, if the Pittsburgh DraftKings get an absolute steal here at the pick after me, I'm going to be pretty jaded. We might start a new rivalry quickly off the jump there with them. But some nice picks there. 66 overalls, 2 medium elite goalies come out in this round. So maybe the goalie trend is starting to kick back. But let's take a look who the Pittsburgh DraftKings get with their pick. Okay, so kind of just as bad as our pick there. Yanni Kiprusoff, 24 penalty minutes, no points in 29 games. But hey, plus minus was a 0. So nothing there. So okay, so we didn't get burned. Ooh, they do have another pick there. So let's go back and sim to that pick and see who they get. See if any more elites come off the board as well. Who'd San Jose get? Nothing. Minnesota, what are we looking at there? Rodriguez, nothing there. Come on, where are them DraftKings at? All right, here we go. No elites, please. Okay, there we go. A medium top 9, Taylor Toms. So I see they're taking the names that I like as well. So very interesting there. They're following in my footsteps for sure. Go ahead and sim to the next round. Let's take a quick peek back at the end of the second and see if any other medium elites went off the board. I'm sure a couple of those goalies are going to be. I'm interested to see if anyone forwards. There's one. Low elite, Callie Lindholm. 6'3", 17 years old, 63 overall, 61. So that's giving him a little bit too much credit. So let's go ahead back to this third round. We should have our pick. Let's just do a quick check just to make sure. 18, yes we do. Go ahead, sim back to number 84 and see what got kind of snagged up in front of us. Anything saucy? Another goalie. The Flyers are really goalie hunting right now. But it doesn't really look like anything else. So let's go ahead, hop in, make our pick. We do have, ooh, okay, so a 1-bar medium elite. Loyalty isn't concerned, probably not a medium elite then. Joffrey Gilroy, 5 years, good leader, almost medium elite. I mean, this guy probably is going to be medium elite, but I would love to get a forward that is, oh my goodness, there's no way. There's no way. Oh wait, there is a way. 2 years? Okay, I'm going to go with this guy instead just because the 2 years, so that confirms that his overall is going to be pretty high. 19 years old. If it's A+, A+, that is going to be absolutely insane. So let's go ahead, take Boris Wisniewski. 70 overall medium starter. How does that translate to 2 years? I guess it does. He goes 5 overall, in 2 years will be 80, and then it'll be up there. And then compared to what the NHL is now, 70 overall is probably pretty high. He could probably start year 1, but not what we were really hoping on with him being a medium fringe starter as well. And then right after that, a fucking low elite goes. Oh man, have I lost my drafting presence here in the last couple of years? I think I may have. But let's take a quick peek. Oh yeah, we already did that, so don't need to do it again. Where's the DraftKings? They do not have a pick this round. I must have traded it away. So let's go ahead and sim to the next round, and we'll take a look back. See what they ended up getting. How many more elites that we missed out on. I think I'm losing my draft title as the draft god with how these last couple drafts have been going. But it's pretty much just to test things out and see what it is. I'm interested to see in NHL 25 if they change how the drafting and scouting is at all. Oh, yeah, there was the Gilroy guy. Oh, 55 overall medium elite. We knew he was going to be a medium elite, but we wanted to take a chance on the other guy. But it kind of sucks whenever the 2 picks right after us as the supposed draft god go low medium elite. So let's go through here. Where's our pick? 18, and is the DraftKings? Yep, they do have a pick in this draft. Okay, so let's go ahead, sim to our pick at 117, take a quick peek at what got picked before us. Did they steal all the medium elites away from us? I see some 60 overalls popping out, so that's good to see there's still some talent left in the draft. But let's take a peek. Jalen Rodriguez, we have left wing, right wing here. Medium elite 2 bars though. Do we have any like low elites? I didn't search down far enough. Any low elites that are popped off? 2 of them, Harrison Skinner and Easton Sexsmith. 2 great names. Let's see, 3 years, 5 years. As a pro mentality, any team would love to have him on the team. That screams medium elite to me. So let's go ahead and pin him, but we'll probably wait on any of those guys. Do any of these guys pop off to me? Pick 129. He is a gem. Another goaltender, though. Ugh, I don't really want to do it, especially with this guy who's probably more likely a medium elite in Grant Exelby, but 20 years of age. But we don't need goalies, so I'm going to stay away from that. We've already wasted 1 pick on a goaltender. Let's see. Can we go through any skill assessments and see anything that is interesting, or is it all a bunch of C's? Whoa! Oh my god, another goalie that does this. 1 year? Oh, come on, guys. I can't. I got to do it, though. I got to do it. 1 year. So we got 2 years before this, 1 year after this. He had pretty good stats playing in his SHL. Oh my goodness. All right, I got to do it. Medium AHL starter. He's going to be another fringe starter. You watch. Callie Oduya get on team. 72 overall medium backup. So the AHL goalie position is locked up for the next couple of years. We won't have to worry about that. Unfortunately, no elites, but damn, 72 overall and a 70 overall out of the draft late. I guess not the worst picks, but it all matters on what goes after us. Please don't tell me another low elite goes. Oh, thank God. All right, so let's go back through to the Pittsburgh DraftKings team and see who they end up taking. Not seeing a whole lot come off the board, so it doesn't look like we really missed on anything. Pittsburgh DraftKings, 58 overall, Vince LaRose. I believe this was, yeah, the left wing, right wing guy we were looking at. Grinder. Some decent stats there. 82 strength, you like to see that. But thank God not a medium elite, so let's go ahead back to the next round. Skipping through this draft. This is going to be a little bit probably of a longer video. What are we at right now? 12 minutes so far on the draft, and we got a couple more rounds to go. Medium elite. There was the goalie Austin Teal. We were looking at him as well, but we wanted to be a little foolish and mess around a little bit there. So let's go round 5. No, we don't want to offer trade. Whoops. Let's take a look back. We should have our pick. Go ahead, sim to pick number 150. And the DraftKings are picking right behind us again. They want to get rid of that pick, so they might want to try to trade up. Philadelphia again with another goaltender. So I see we're not the only ones just absolutely railing on the goaltender position. Medium elite. Who's this guy? Gordon Lowe. Great jersey going to be there. LO on the back. 57 overall, though. Not too shabby. And that looks like that is it. So no real elite players. I'm surprised. Even though we have this on high for the talent and depth, we're still not seeing a whole lot come out. I thought we'd see elites like flying off the board like nobody's business, but that really hasn't been the case so far, as opposed to the first couple years when we had it on just regular. But let's see, nothing really going off to me here. What about any ETAs? Everybody's 5 years. Yeah, kind of looks like it. Not really seeing anything that impresses me, especially in these couple picks that we have. Do we go with a goalie? Oh, this is a defenseman here, Mikhail Shirokov. 5 years at age 20, though. Ugh, it's going to be so low overall. Hogland, 17 years. We do have those two kind of low elite guys that we were looking at, so maybe we grab one of those. There's this Giuliano guy as well. Very even keel. I like that, so maybe let's go ahead with him. And our last two picks we'll use on those low elite potential guys that we have, just because they're super low rated. So let's see what we get here. 59 overall, but an enforcer. I'm intrigued. 85 strength, though, and only 78 fighting skill. So going to be a little bit of a struggle for him as an enforcer. Got some good size, though, 6'3", 215, so not too shabby there. Pittsburgh DraftKings, let's take a look at who they get. Bottom 6, Caden Jansevsky. Not the best pick in the world either, so looks like everybody's struggling. It's not just me. Let's go ahead and sim to the next round, then we'll pop back and take a look at the 5th round. We did have the one elite to go. Anybody else elite? Another, oh, Magnus Hogland. Can't remember if we were looking at him or not, but we were looking at a couple different defensemen, and unfortunately, he was not our pick. So let's see. Go back to round 6 here. Let's see. We do have our pick to the DraftKings. Damn, I must have shifted around a lot of draft picks whenever I was over there. More than I realized. So let's go ahead and make our pick here and see. I think it's going to be, like I said, those two low elite potential guys. Since they are 3 bars, they should be pretty close, if not low elites. 3 years for him. That's interesting. So let's go ahead and grab him first. I believe, yeah, he's 214, so we're getting close there. He might get picked soon. Low elite, 64 overall offensive defenseman, only 18 years of age. That is a hell of a pick for the 6th round. If you look at some of the guys coming off before us, 59, 52, 56 overall. So to get a 64 overall late in this draft like that, absolutely unreal, especially a guy rated so low down the draft board. So we are very, very happy with that pick. Hopefully the other low elite guy ends up being more of the same. So let's go ahead and sim to the next round. Take a peek back. Anybody else with any massive picks? Let's see. 47 overall medium starter. Wait, was that another? Yeah, Philly, another goaltender. Is that like 4 or 5 now so far in this draft? They are just absolutely putting all of their eggs in all of the baskets at the moment. Zachary Huxley, taken by the Pittsburgh Penguins there. All right, so round 7, let's go head back to our pick and then see. I was going to say, we know the Pittsburgh DraftKings have to have the pick here. Philadelphia has 2 more picks. Interesting to see if they go goalie with that pick. Let's take a look, since we know who we're going with already. Any studs come out late? Any 70 overalls here in this 7th round? Low elite grinder, Corey Trojanovic. We'll go with that. I'm trying to sound it out. Let's go ahead, though, pick our boy here. Our other possible low elite, who looked good. I liked his personality, pro mentality at a young age. Any team would love to have his personality in the locker room. Well, buddy, welcome to the Columbus Blue Jackets, Easton Sexsmith. God damn it, how are you not a low elite? Oh, come on, 55 overall, low top 6 forward. So we'll see if he ever gets to scratch his way up to the NHL. Pittsburgh DraftKings, what do they go with there? Big miss, Reed Day, 6'4" right wing. So they're looking to build some size, obviously, with the new GM in there. But let's go ahead, skip through these last couple of picks here, see if anybody comes out with some steals here late in the 7th. Minnesota, Danny Brine, cool name too. 7th round, low elite sniper. So not bad. Let's see, Philadelphia, please do it. Please pick goalie, both these picks. Oh, come on. They don't pick goalie and they get a low elite. Jason Myers. Sounds like a flyer. 6'3", 204 power forward. Boo. Come on, take a goalie. Take a goalie. Oh my God, they get 2 right wings, one's an enforcer. Duke Fritz, another very Philadelphia player sounding name. 91 strength, 81 aggressiveness. Holy shit. The Broad Street Bullies might be back, boys. Oh man, and we're in the same division as them and the DraftKings as well. So it will be interesting to see how we fare. Another elite. How do I miss all of them? I should have gone through and looked through, I guess, a couple more of the guys instead of just relying on that low elite there. Vitaly Semenov. Great last name. Oh man, Rizzy goes there to Edmonton. 70 for Detroit. Eastwood. Shaw, nothing. Well, we got one pick left. The Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Who do they pick at 33? Bottom 657 overall. So that's going to be in this one, boys. Hope you enjoyed. I think it was a successful draft. Free agency is going to be a big one, but I'll see you back at the beginning of next season. We'll take a look at our new look Columbus Blue Jackets, what we got going into year 2040, and see kind of what we're set up for as a team. We did make the playoffs last year, so we'll see if we can continue that success on here with our first year of the new GM of the Columbus Blue Jackets. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want more content. It's going to be this one. Peace.